Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time, kept going with the Void Crusade, and we will jump right back into that. We are going to, let me pull up my handy dandy map. This one. Because it's a low level, we can toss whatever we want on it. I want more shards. I will take that. And yeah, XP, why not? Damage bonus will hurt. Physical resist. That's whatever. I'm just gonna fry him with plasma. So I don't know if you guys care about this, but I do, so I'm gonna say it. At Gamescom, it's now a little bit late, but you know, whatever. Killing Floor 3 got announced. I'm excited. It may not sound entirely like it in my voice, but I'm excited. Killing Floor 2 was so bad that... Okay, I'm saying this, knock on wood. Knock on my desk quick. The only way they can go is up. I don't want to jinx it, that's why I did the knock on wood. I don't want them to make it worse. They didn't show a lot, but the Fleshpound breaking through the wall and having his, like, grinder arms extend into a flail almost, or like a kind of a whip, I think that's really cool. The thing is, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, at this frame it is this and could mean this. I don't know. I'll read into it a little bit. Could just be, hey, we're making flesh pounds a little more interesting than Angie Man who run at you. But it also could just... It could be something cool. It could be a new variant. It could be nothing and it's just attack animation. Who knows? I'm interested though. The breaking through the wall, I think, is cool, but at the same time a little worried. Because, to me, that says... It's different than, like, welding doors. Welding doors was a classic thing. I'm afraid they may take what people were saying a little too much to heart. Actually, no, this is probably going to be the inverse. Because if you played Killing Floor 1... for the most part, you lock down an area. I remember playing... It wasn't Suburbia. But it was another, like, urban area. And we would hide in, like, this one room. Great descriptor, I know. But there were two doors, and we'd just have one dude as an engineer just sitting on a door welding it. And then we'd usually leave the other door open, and you would just flatten anybody who came in, because every other guy was just firing squad line up, just hosing down that doorway. Sometimes you'd have to break off another guy to go fix the door alongside the engineer, because it would get real out of hand. But for the most part, it was doable. And the wall breaking, to me, almost says, yeah, we're not going to let you hide. We are actually going to make it more difficult. Okay, we'll go touch the artifact, because I know that it's going to be laser door. And I don't remember if they're going to be like, hey, idiot, you have to go look at the thing first or not. But yeah, so I'm kind of worried that they're just going to be like, hey, we're just breaking walls down. Run, you dumbass. Which, it works, but in the size of the maps we had in Killing Floor 2, I think that's a little extreme. Now, they could, this is a big ol' mondo leap. This is me reaching so far, it's not even funny. This is a bigger reach than the planet the Covenant glassed. They could be trying to make more of an extraction shooter. Which I know, I have said it a million times, extraction shooters are done to death. But PvE-oriented, high-difficulty ones, have potential. And that's where I think they could do some cool stuff. That said, I pray to God, I pray to Amaterasu, Odin, Yahweh, anybody who will listen. I don't care if Ra has to help me out here. Someone, that they get rid of all the dumbass glowy stuff. The Horzine weapons. I hate the neon. Because don't get me wrong, I love like that kind of retro future 80s neon everything vibe. But in horror, it doesn't work. It clashes so heavily, it's not even funny. Putting neon glowy colors in your horror game is like the whole don't wear white after Labor Day kind of vibe. Except this actually makes sense, because I don't understand that rule. It's a color, don't dictate what I can't wear. But it's like, it always sucked. Because it's a cool idea, they just need to implement things correctly. And they also need to make classes actually have build diversity, because I always remember it was like, yeah, here's the build for medics, here's the build for whatever. And then if you deviated at all, you were just a moron. Like, the biggest one to me was Field Medic, because I maxed that out so many times. Of course, save data didn't transfer from my PS4 to my PS5, so I had to start all over. Screw me, right? But with that, I knew the build, because you built to support your team. You buffed them. If you maybe wanted to put poison, I think you could. But you usually didn't at higher levels, because the poison panic would make it really hard for marksmen and sharpshooters. Which, they need to get rid of the gunslinger class. It's the same thing as an actual marksman, and it's stupid. Be like, oh, you need to land headshots, but this time with 2 pistols. It's like, no, this should have been a sharpshooter, like, side build. Are you more pistol man, or are you rifle man? And it'd be cool, because then, if they did a proper extraction shooter, they could actually scale damage to not be garbage. Because then, like the anti-material rifles, they've had one in each game, they could actually just be super high power weapons, but the big thing is getting ammo. And you could have cool objectives, because you just drop in, do stuff, and leave. There's a lot of potential, and that's my big thing.
Data transfer charms have been successful. Covert mission coordinates inloaded.
Good thing I did that, because I just kind of zoned out. Yeah, they need to definitely kind of rein things in and do a good job, because the chance of it going really pear-shaped is there, and that's what's kind of worrying. Because they can't do what they did last time and sell guns for like $10 each with 5 skins that you're only going to use 1 of, because why do you need 5? Yeah, that was the skill point we needed. Okay, that can get mulched. Let's go. Now what do I do? Single DPS? Let me check the gun skill, actually. Single target. Oh, it's all single target. Cool. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna dump into single DPS then. I could start going into physical, but I might hold off until I have like a good physical weapon. Because grenade launcher is not bad, but it's not good. But this I can just apply to everything. All the suppression damage is going to be just stupid. I don't care. HP gained on one-hit kills with single target skills. That might pay out. I might not even complete this tree. I might just do 3, 8, 3... that... yeah, I might just run it along these just to grab the damage ups. And then forget the rest of it, because the rest of that isn't that good. I might just go right into AoEs then. It's a little bit of a bummer, but just means I put into physical, and after that point I don't know what I'm doing. I might be stupid and do like defense. Get that energy shield efficiency and damage reduction, that's not bad. Once again, a lot of this... okay, reanimator glands, that's actually pretty good. Giving you a chance to survive a lethal hit. Credit where credit is due, I might actually do that. That's actually a reasonable investment. Nah, that's a waste. Reset T-Bolt of Authority, I don't care. Hmm... 77% damage suffered. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Psalm code? Okay, physical damage. Cool, I don't care about that. Double the amount of supporting enemies. Cool, once again, don't really care. And what do we got for the last one? Warp resist. Perfect. Primo rolls right there. Yeah, just thinking about killing for it, I'm excited. I know a couple of my friends are going to be interested. One of them hasn't seen the stuff. Guy doesn't. He plays video games, but he doesn't follow it as much as I do, so... next time we talk, I know he's going to be hyped as hell. Because he enjoyed Killing Floor 1, or Killing Floor 2, he never got 1. Well, let's just hope it's good. The industry needs more bangers. And also, coincidentally, from last episode, talking about Embracer, my god, I can't think of the studio name. Why can I not think of it? The guys who made Killing Floor, they're under Embracer. Because their president got forced out because he tweeted some stuff and people got angry. Which was really stupid. Like, I've never understood that mentality. It's like, I don't care what an individual has to say on a personal account. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully. This is gonna drive me insane now that I can't think of what the studio name is. Tripwire, that's what it is. Tripwire. I knew if I thought about it long enough, and I had to just play the intro to Killing Floor 2 in my head, because it has Hardsuit Labs pop up, and then it shows Tripwire, or vice versa. Either way, I remembered it. And I could picture the Tripwire logo, which is just the word Tripwire. But I knew I'd remember it eventually. Kind of bummed the Green Army Men mod or DLC for Rising Storm Vietnam isn't like poppin'. Apparently people have said for the past like a year now the servers have been dead. But I also get it, the game's really hardcore, and that kind of narrows down who's gonna play it. Which is kind of something I've been thinking about is, why is it people get surprised when there aren't a bunch of legitimately like hardcore games? When people are like, why aren't there more tactical games? It's like, because there's not many people who care for tactical games.
Inquisitor. Electrospectral scanning revealed info fragments of high importance in close proximity.
Like, it's a niche thing, whether people like to admit it or not. People like having a chance to actually fight back in games. I know I've played like Hell Let Loose, and I didn't know what. That's part of the problem too. You don't really know what's going on, and you're just kind of bumbling about, and that takes away a lot of the fun. Yeah, it's something you can learn, but it's kind of an important thing early on. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just shooting everything. I don't know who is where or what. I'm just firing blindly. Personal teleporter of aversion. That's probably not gonna be too great. Just throwing that one out there. Yeah, I feel like my plasma gun's finally starting to lose its strength a little. Or it might just be the missions, I don't know. The unfortunate part is I have to hope and pray I find a new one. Otherwise, we're going grenade launcher time. And this thing needs AoE buffs for it to really be doing good.
At your command.
I guess I just thought of another possibility with Killing Floor 3 that would not be good. Story-driven. If it was very story-focused, kind of like the VR game was, that would kind of suck. I played the VR. A buddy of mine, he had a PSVR and he picked it up. This was years ago, and I was like, this is okay, I guess. Definitely not something where I'd be like, this is a must-have game. It's definitely one of the games of all time. But I think that's also kind of just the nature of VR still. I think the big thing is going to be trying to make it so people don't get motion sickness. That and having, like, the best adjustable headsets possible. But even then, a big thing too is going to be cost. Yay, we did it! Okay, that's a lot of crap, so let's just mulch what we know we won't want. Grab our skill... oh yeah, critical hits, I forgot I was doing those. I mean, I might as well... like, just get my critical hits up? Don't need to go for the peak ability. I might even just call it with that one, because that's just all critical hit chance. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so let's see. Demolition armor. That's kind of cool. Fires 5 additional missiles. The gaining shield charge is useful. Don't get me wrong. But I would rather just hit harder when I actually use it instead of being told, like, hey, you need to keep using this because I forget to use it. Yeah, we'll rock that. That's fine. Teleporter of Aversion. Yeah, I think that's probably a better idea. I'm not going to use the teleport. I think it's trash. But it's better than damage bonus in surprise state. Because I just don't use that. I don't even think I can get surprise state. So there's no point in me kind of keeping that. What's our seasonal mission looking like? Okay. In that case... time limit. Okay, that's completely doable. Damage bonus on champions will kind of hop around. Extra health and warp resist. I would rather just go for... yeah, it's fine. We'll try to get this to work. I zoned out, so I really hope this is a kills give you extra time. Okay, they do. Good. I was like, if not, I'm in a little bit of a bind. What's the map looking like? 3 different guys, so... man, that rocket barrage is Something scary. Let's try to skirt around and see what we got. Okay, so this is gonna be like a chaos beast. Okay, that teleport might actually be useful. Credit where credit is due.
Teleport beacon in range.
Good thing it's just a normal chaos demon boss. They're dumpy and slow and easy to like kite around. A champion. I hate champions. At least I have the ability to just drop a ton of everything, and that seems to work. I'll keep saying it, I do love these missions. It's nice to be rewarded with like, hey, here's a challenging but doable mission with pretty much almost guaranteed pretty good rewards. And you don't have to go out of your way to farm something to get the mission. It's just like, yeah, play the game. It's gonna suck when the season's over. I'm gonna be real sad. Why can't they delay and be like the season I think before this where we had it for like a year? Because that was awesome. What did we wow? Damage bonus and 24% damage bonus and 10% chance to stun against slowed or shocked enemies. If it was a 5 stat, that would be perfect. What's the flamethrower? I mean, that's pretty good. The bonus damage against enemies within 5, or when there's no enemies within 5 meters is crap and I have to re-roll it. That plasma gun. Okay. So it can knock back on hit, has a chance to inflict burning, slow and stun, duration increase, every 10th enemy. See, every 10th enemy sucks. But everything else is good. If it was a 5 stat, it'd be guaranteed I'd pick it up. I might use it anyways, because I'm starting to fall off here, and if I can give it... I don't know what I could sock it in there that's gonna be good. I don't need heat resistance in my weapons. Heat damage bonus, though. That is a thing that could be done. I might save those for a little bit. Kind of come back to them and see if my build's been tweaked at all, because those are tempting. And I know I'm usually like, if I have to talk myself into it, it's not worth it. But those are good, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not in the position where I'm like, yeah, screw it, I'll just dump them. Because the knockback alone would be pretty good here. Because then I could just, when those guys start doing that, I can just knock them out of their attack patterns and everything. So it is tempting. I do lose the burn duration, which sucks. But I can kind of make up for it with other, just straight damage ups. Fine, game, I'll walk into the landmines since you're like forcing me. We'll go to this one because this is just like one room. Who do we got? Another Chaos Beast? Oh, it's a Decimator. Good thing he's dumb. And good thing my rockets just flattened him. Oh, hello. Yeah, definitely think going into the defenses so I can get that extra survivability might be the play. Especially with critical hits just kind of done. Oh, we're making great time, still got 7 minutes. Which I know I won't need, and I'll likely probably be at like 8-9 minutes when I clear out all the garbage. See, that flamethrower was an interesting weapon though, just because it seems to do the part of the damage you deal to the target in an area around the target, but at the same time the flamethrower is so close range that if I'm hitting the target, I'm probably also hitting everything around it. The only time it'd be useful is like the napalm lob ability, because then I could like hit a guy, or a guy could walk into it, and then in theory it would deal damage to anyone around them without me having to get involved. Yep, another Decimator clapped because they just run in. Not as cool as getting any of the Death Guard guys, but I'll take it. I got cool stuff, that's all I can really... I can be thankful for that. Oh, that seal. That might be good. Yeah, that sucks. I know the game's trying to tell me it's better, but it really isn't. That... we'll use it. No sense me trying to convince myself. The flamethrower we'll toss. It's cool, but I don't think it's cool enough. The armor is actually worse than what I have right now. So I'll get rid of it, that's fine. And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.